Those bacon-biting infidels have crossed me for the last time! To war! All for one and one for all! Vive le roi! Alpha Team Bravo. Target acquired. Moving in.
Why do they get all the crappy stuff?
Because I have the larger beard.
Oh.
Friday, Q&A, Fanmail. I am joined today by my friend Steven, who was at WSU the first night the Black Knights showed up. In fact, I think I shot you, didn't I?
Multiple times.
Multiple times. He had it coming. He didn't tell me about the Resistance. If you're wondering what on earth I'm talking about, go check out my Lego channel. I have my Storytime with Captain Xavier. We finally started WSU. I remember almost none of it, so I've called on as many of the past players as I can to get all the details, so I hopefully get it mostly right. But Steven was there for all of the games that I think I was involved in, and always had a lot of fun. So,
oh yes,
he's going to join me for the Q&A today. First things first, I am still not taking commissions. And the reason for that is I just don't have time. When I started my channel a year and a half ago, the project that I was hired to work on hadn't actually started yet. So I had like 4 hours of work a week. And now, the project has started. And so I've got way more than that and no longer have all the free time I used to have. So hopefully, when things settle down, when the project gets finished, I will be able to get back to commissions. People have asked about my 3D printers. I now have 2 FlashForge Creator Pros. One of them is actually mine, one of them belongs to a friend of mine, and then I've got a DaVinci Junior and some big one that I don't even know what it is because I haven't set it up yet. But those ones aren't going to be here for long, so I haven't gotten too attached to them. For those of you who are not aware, which probably isn't very many of you, I would hope, I was in fact on the Discovery Channel Canada, on their Daily Planet channel. I will have the link to that in the description if you want to see me looking like a goof on television. That was fun. I've also been on so many websites I've lost track. I was on Popular Mechanics, Gizmodo, Rated Red, Digital Trends, and God knows how many cheesy, sleazy clickbait websites, but that's been a lot of fun, and we'll see where that takes me. It has taken me to Jared's epic Nerf battle. He contacted me and asked me if I was willing to come and be a special guest, essentially, because they wanted the big minigun at the war. So I will be going to that. That looks awesome. Still not currently planning to go to End War, but I will almost certainly be meeting Drac at Jared's epic Nerf battle, so we will hopefully discuss me going to End War, which would be awesome. And I will be going to West vs. Zombies, which is happening the week after End War. Soon we'll be doing my big reveal for that. Most of you already are aware of it, and their stuff is already going live now, but I do want to do a big fancy kind of video about that, so stay tuned for that, which will have all of the details and all that jazz. So yeah, now for the questions. AJ Radinsky, how many different intro clips are you planning to use? I'm planning to make a different one for every series. So I think I've pretty much covered most of them now. The K26, the Friday fan mail, the review stuff that I'm doing for Lytake and Banggood and NF Strike. All of those, yeah, they're all going to have their own intros. The only one that doesn't have an intro is the Monday mod tips, because I wanted to make those short and not have the long intros getting in the way if you're watching a whole bunch of them all at once. So I should probably take the outros out of those, but too late now. Yeah, so we'll see what ones. I'll eventually have War Gear intro as well, because I will eventually start building myself more War Gear. Dylan Bittlinger, what will you do when the Great War ends? Good question. I will find a new YouTube channel to watch. Hopefully I'll get caught up on all of the Nerf YouTube channels that I'm subscribed to and never get around to watching. Liam Boulton, are you a fan of the band Gorillaz?
I've not heard them.
You haven't?
No.
I haven't. I'm a fan, but that was kind of my era. You've never heard of Gorillaz?
I've heard of them, but I haven't heard.
You haven't heard? Okay. Yeah. You've probably heard at least some of it, but
if
I may not have realized that's what it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I have heard, I didn't realize that it was them. If it's recommended, I will look into it though.
I like their song Clint Eastwood. The song has absolutely nothing to do with Clint Eastwood, but I like it.
Okay.
Mr. Rez, I'm looking into making an expanding shield. What are your thoughts? I've wanted to make one of those for a while now. Have you seen the one where it was actually motorized and expanded as a little strapped on your arm, and then they used a servo motor and it deployed a shield, and then you could reverse the motor and it would undeploy the shield.
That's awesome.
Very cool, very complicated. I was planning to just do a spring-loaded one where you pull the release and the shield just snaps into place, and then you just wind it up. Much less complicated, and I could probably make it a lot thinner. So yeah, I think it would be really, really cool. I've also wanted to do a square one that kind of flipped up and flipped down. That would be kind of cool. Especially since it doesn't actually have to stop anything other than Nerf darts. Awesome has. Are there any things that you could make an absolver out of that you haven't already? Yes, lots. There's lots of cylinders I've never used, lots of barrel materials I've never used. I still need to make a rival shotgun absolver similar to Out of Darts' design, though mine won't be a revolver, it'll probably just be a single barrel that you can then swap out barrels if you have a bunch of them. And what color Skittle is your favorite? Mine is yellow. What is your favorite Skittle?
I like the red ones.
Red ones? He likes red. I like yellow. Supposedly they're all the same flavor. I don't buy it.
The grape, the purple ones, I think the grape ones definitely, they taste different.
Yeah, but someone else was saying, no, it's just psychosomatic. You just see the colors and expect a flavor. And you're like, if that was true, then the green ones would still taste like lime and not green apple like they keep doing to me. I'm very bitter about that. Dr. Riles 1206. I'm curious about your siblings, as I have not heard you speak about any brothers. Just wondering if you have any. I have 5 sisters and 1 brother. 2 older sisters who are twins, then my younger brother, and then 3 younger sisters. My brother is the coolest person I know. I'm not cool enough to hang out with my brother. He is too cool. Barbro Studios. Can you rebarrel a double strike to have the barrels be PVC pipe? Yes. I don't know why you would, but you could. Any idea why you would want to do that?
Maybe a different aesthetic look to it.
That would. I mean, if you wanted really big hand cannon looking barrels, PVC isn't really going to give you a good seal. You either need CPVC or you'd want to do it, rebarrel it in brass or PETG or something. But aesthetically, you could definitely do PVC over the barrels to give it a big hand cannon look. Good call. RC Racing Team 2016. What lubricant do you use in your modified blasters? Either white lithium grease or silicone grease. You don't want to use anything that's petroleum based because it goes bad and then you have to keep taking the thing apart. And you definitely don't want to use anything that comes in a spray can because the aerosol will eat the O-rings, from what I've heard. What do you use?
White lithium grease.
Yeah. Darkened Nights. Can Ayers air pump handle a lipo? Yes. The motor in there currently runs on 16 volts. So, I mean, you could run a 3S lipo and it would be less powerful than it currently is. It might be able to draw more current, though. I haven't tried it. But you definitely could. Gallon Carnahan. How would you feel if Nerf came out with a Mega Modulus and Mega AccuStrike and made the triumphant return of the Mega Magazine? Well, this question is, I think, like a week and a half old, and so the news has already come out that they're coming out with Mega AccuStrike.
I saw those.
Unfortunately, it appears to take a clip, like the Battle Scout. You would think Nerf would have heard the ranting and raving about the proprietary clip from the Battle Strike and how we despise it, and have taken a clue and made it magazine-fed, but apparently not.
I always thought that it wouldn't have been that bad if they released them in packs.
Yeah, like free packs.
Like
they did for the magazine.
Because I got excited for the Battle Scout because it reminded me of the one SMG you get from the Metro games where it has the side-fed clip that feeds through. And I was thinking that would be a really cool blaster to make into a post-apocalyptic thing with the clips that go on the side, because that'd be really cool.
Yep.
And then it was impossible to find
spare
clips for it, and so I canned that idea.
Yeah, hopefully if the Mega one is released the way it looks in the pictures that have leaked online and is proprietary clip fed, they will give us the clips.
Or at least include 2 or 3 of them with the blaster.
Something. Give us something. As for Mega Modulus, I would love for them. I don't know why none of the Mega Blasters have stock attachment points. There is no good reason for that. They all need them.
Yeah.
They all look like they should have them, and they just don't. I mean, they are N-Strike. It actually says N-Strike Mega on the box, but they don't have any of the N-Strike attachment points. Barrels would be... you have to make barrels that have a really large bore, so they wouldn't work so well on regular.
Not a lot of the mega things can take a barrel, though.
That's true. Most of them didn't look like they... because they already had long barrels anyway.
Yeah.
Most of them do.
Well, can you imagine trying to barrel a twin shock?
Yeah, that would be silly. But stocks. Yeah, mega stocks. I would love mega stocks, especially ones with dart holders. I like them so much, I made some of my own. Oh, so close. Some random Nerf guy. If you didn't have motion sickness, what games, PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, would you like to play? It actually wouldn't make any difference. I don't like first-person shooters other than Star Wars Battlefront anyway. I would probably play the exact same games that I play now. But I wouldn't have the convenient excuse to not have to try them anymore. Ethan Grant. Would it be feasible to replace the Surgefire cylinder with a Dart Zone Magnum cylinder? Feasible? No. Possible? Yes. But not feasible. Ben Fultron. In your NF Strike review of the Switchfire Strife Kit, could you get away with just Trustfire batteries, or would you need true motor upgrades to be able to keep up with the rate of fire? I've never tried to put a full auto or a select fire kit into a Strife that hadn't had the motors upgraded, but I really doubt it would be able to keep up with that rate of fire because a Strife has trouble keeping up with rapid semi-fire on just trust fires. So I really think you're going to need to upgrade the motors. You don't need to upgrade them to anything nearly as powerful as most people do. I mean, you could probably get away with honey badgers, honestly. But you do definitely need something. If nothing else, you're going to need something because the select fire kit needs at least 3 IMRs to operate, I believe. And if you ran stock motors on 3 IMRs, you're going to burn them out real quick. Dutch Doctor. What do you do at Dell? Computer stuff. Gravity's Ghetto Mods. Have you ever used Wonderflex to cover gaps or integrations or just add something cool visually to a build? I have never even heard of Wonderflex, and now I'm terribly curious. Do you know what Wonderflex is?
I haven't heard of it either.
We have no idea what Wonderflex is. I assume it's like Warbler or Kydex, that kind of something you heat up and it shapes. I'll have to Google it. Nerf Infinion. I like that. I'm starting a community war called LINC. What tips do you have for starting it? I've actually covered starting your own group a couple of times in the Q&A because it is a tricky question. The most important thing is going to be the venue, is where are you holding the war? If you're holding it just in a public park, then you're probably going to want to contact either the city or possibly the police, just so that they know there's going to be people running around the park with what might look like guns. It's just a really good idea. The park may also have rules against using projectile toys for fear of you hitting people that aren't playing. So definitely look into that. If you're an indoor venue, then that's obviously not a problem. But that is probably the biggest hurdle, is finding the place to actually run them. That's big enough to have a good-sized war. We're fortunate here. We've got lots of parks and forts and all of that, and fairly relaxed rules about that, as long as it's not airsoft or paintball, which make a mess or can seriously hurt people. Though some of our Nerf guns could seriously hurt people, but we tend to be careful about it. After that, it's really advertising is the next big hurdle, is making sure people know about it. And most cities actually do have a community forum or a board or a radio channel or something that the community can use to talk about events or get public stuff out there. You can actually post events on Craigslist. Facebook group, you should definitely get yourself a Facebook group. Just create a Facebook page specifically about that and advertise there, have your friends share it on their Facebook pages, getting interest. And then having good games that people actually want to run. For public type events for wars, I recommend not doing things that involve elimination. So in like the NIC stuff where it's competitive, it's 5-man teams, single shot elimination or whatever. And you really don't want to do that in a public war or a war that people are going to just have fun, because if you're the person that gets shot 5 seconds into the game and has to spend the next 20 minutes sitting on the sidelines, that sucks. So games that involve resurrection. So you got infinite lives, but there's a goal. So capture the flag or hold the location or things like that. Something where no one is ever permanently out. You can have like a 30-second respawn time, or, you know, another team member has to come tag you because you're frozen, stuff like that work a lot better. And that's my advice. Do you have any other?
I would just say be careful about what blasters you allow.
Yes. And once again, that's going to have to do with your venue. If this is meant to be an all-adult event, you can set the limit at whatever everyone is comfortable with. If there is going to be children, keep the cap low, because Nerf shouldn't hurt. And willingly harming a child is something that you should be publicly stoned for, in my opinion. So taking a 150 FPS blaster to a game that's going to have 7-year-olds,
not cool.
Not okay.
Not cool.
There are places for those kinds of blasters, and public events with small children are just not it.
And if you do it at like an outdoor public event at like a park, don't bring any realistic looking blasters.
Exactly.
Don't bring the Strife that you dressed up look like an M4 and painted all black, because that's just
once again you're
law enforcement.
Yeah, you're gonna get the police called. Even if you know an orange tip is all well and good, but somebody driving by and looking at a public park and sees a guy in tack gear with be careful. Once again, like I said, if you're going to be hosting it in a public park, it might not be a bad idea to contact the local police station and say, hey, we're going to be running this Nerf event in the public park. If anybody calls about lunatics in the park with guns, it's probably us. Please don't shoot us. If we call you about some lunatic showing up with a gun, that might be different. But yeah, be sure to scale what blasters are allowed to the event. Some people aren't good at that, and some people are really good at that, and some people go overboard with that, and they won't allow any modified stuff, and then you lose a lot of interest because it's all stock and that kind of thing. So, yeah. And listen to the people who are coming to the events. If everybody at the event is an adult and everybody wants higher blasters, then you can allow that. If there's a lot of children and the parents keep saying, hey, my son came home with a bunch of welts, you might want to look into that. Same goes for ammo types as well. Mm-hmm. There are some ammo types, like AccuFakes. You can't tell the difference between an AccuStrike and an AccuFake. Actually, AccuFakes work better, in my experience, that are perfectly fine. I wouldn't have a problem shooting an AccuFake at a small child, but FVJs, no, not okay. Not even out of a stock blaster. Just because it's going to sting if it hits them in the face, and that's not cool. So, yeah. There's my advice. Fox Commander. How do you feel about a Hammer Prime micro-shot hammer shot? That would have been so cool. Every time I pick up my hammer shot micro-shot, I try to prime it, and I'm once again slightly disappointed that it doesn't actually work. I forget. Every time I pick it up, I'm like, oh, this will be, it's not. So that would be cool if somebody could figure out how to actually make that work. Jacob Bleisner. What happened to the Nerf Modulus Close Quarters kit that had the Nerf bayonet? I have the foggiest idea. Are they gone? Have they disappeared? I haven't seen one. I should have picked one up when I had the chance.
The only kits that I've seen lately have been the long range kit, and every once in a while I see the stealth kit. Yeah. Those are the only ones that I ever see anymore.
They may have been like a Target exclusive or something and have already been discontinued. It may have been determined that they were not safe for the throwing at people and that they were then discontinued for recall reasons. I don't know. If I see one, I'm definitely going to grab one because I like the little dagger. Travis Shee. Have you ever thought about making any modifications to the Long Strike to make it a much more practical and usable blaster?
I had a Long Strike. I put the Orange Modworks, I think it was the Immortal kit, into it, and it was a whole new set of problems. Instead of having poor performance, it went to having no performance.
Oh, well, that's
because
a neat feature.
The kit just locked up.
Oh.
And I eventually got it fixed, but I don't trust using it now.
I would actually really like to build an XBZ Long Strike, because I've heard they are stupidly powerful if done correctly, with a full bolt action breach and all of that. That would be kind of fun, but it's somewhere down on the list. It's a long list. Sepron Indivarn. What do you think of an Crusader or Apocalypse Crusader armor set? I checked out your build videos on your channel, and that thing looks absolutely awesome. He's been making basically like Mad Max, post-apocalyptic type armor, but then painted Crusader markings on it.
Oh, nice.
And he did diamond plate for the breastplate, segmented breastplate, and then it has the white and the cross. Looks fantastic. And then all tactical type stuff, you know, it's not Molly, but it's, you know, web vest and shoulder pads, and it absolutely looks gorgeous. I can't wait to see when it's actually finished.
So he's much more skilled at making armor than I am.
Yeah, and full articulated gauntlets. Again, with a post-apocalyptic theme, so it's got bolts for like studs and modern snap rivets, and it looks gorgeous. Yeah,
sounds cool.
I think it looks awesome. All right, on to the swag. Skimmed it again. All right, loot. Oh, right then. We have letters. I love getting actual letters. Let's see what we got here from Nate. Ooh. I'm Canadian. Did you send me an actual ticket? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Are you Italian? Well, technically I'm American, but my father's father was from Italy, I think. Might have my father's father was from Italy. Anyway, hello there, Captain Xavier, Chaylo. How is life? Life is good. How's your sister? As far as I know, she's doing well. How's the family? Most of them are doing well. There's a couple I haven't actually talked to in a long time. I hope all is well. Sorry about my crappy handwriting. You should see mine. My cursive is better, but I would rather write like this. You are such an amazing YouTuber, and I really look up to you and your channel and you. Thanks. I recently started a YouTube channel about Nerf and was hoping you could maybe check it out. That would be amazing. And also, when you hit 5,000 or 50,000 subs, which you will in which you will for the celebration, cut off your beard. Yeah, no, I have not shaved my beard since I was 18, and I don't plan to anytime soon. I will be trimming it when summer comes and it gets hot, but other than that, no, the beard doesn't come off. Anyway, it was a great beard to you, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I did, and a Happy New Year. I did. Nate, by the way, your channel is Nerf and Nate. Look on the back, in caps, and after his uppercase. I don't think channel names actually are case sensitive, but Nerf and Nate, you guys should check that out. What do we have back here? Oh god, I feel dirty. I actually know a couple of Canadian Nerfers, and they are all groovy people, as far as I know. All right, got another letter. Dear Captain Xavier, I hope this finds you in good health and happiness. My name is Brent, and I have recently found a mag strike that is a little finicky, and I would like to trade it to you for a long shot, preferably with stock and with a stock and bipod. They all have stocks and bipods, don't they?
Well, someone's taking them off.
Please email your response to... I know you must be all caught up and stressed with all of Jomo's commissions. I'm really excited to hear your reply. I never taken apart a long shot before. I've only taken apart one or two. I don't really have any great need for a mag strike. If it has the magazine, I might be willing to. I will give you, or send you an email. Or actually, you should probably email me, otherwise I will probably forget. Send it to my commission email address. It's in the description of the videos. We can talk. All right. We have another letter. Hey Captain, I'm writing for two reasons. First, your content is amazing and funny. Second, I have a request. I recently found my first ever Maverick at a thrift store and wanted to mod it. But when I opened it up, I noticed that the catch spring was missing. I was wondering if you could get me a Maverick catch spring. I know where you are, there are lots of Mavericks, but here in Maryland, I found the first one I've ever seen. And I go thrifting twice a month. If not, maybe a whole Maverick? Either way, may your views rise and your ammo never run out. Keep slaying zombies. Joseph, Black Marked Nerf. P.S. A black mark is a symbol in a video game that you throw at someone, whoever kills them gets 10 times points. For me, it means even when the odds are 1,000,000,000 to 1, they're still in my favor. Cool. For a Maverick, you could actually probably get away with just using a ballpoint pen spring, a retractable pen spring. I would try that first because those you should be able to get a hold of easily. And if it doesn't work, if it still won't catch, go ahead and send me an email and we can discuss me mailing you a catch spring. So, I'm also having a Nerf birthday party with limited space. Any advice? Low power guns, if there's not a lot of room. What would be a good game for limited space?
Something with jolts.
Yeah, something with like single shots only or really low capacity, so people have to reload a lot, and then have like capture the flag. Like there's a flag in the middle that you're trying to get to, and the only way you're going to get to is if you run right when everybody's trying to reload their single shot pistols. That would work. Either that or create your own cover using cardboard boxes. You can get at recycling centers or whatever, and just build lots of cover that people can hide around. That would be fun. Nerf ballistic knife and the bazooka, my two favorite. Those are actually some of my favorites. I need to revisit the ballistic knife and see if I can't make a better blade for it. Cool. Well, get in touch with me if the catch spring doesn't work, and we can talk. Very cool. I love getting actual letters. All right, let's look at packages. Let's start with the obvious ones. I have some stuff from Out of Darts, which I didn't order, so I assume people have taken me up on my ridiculous request to be sent rival ammo. Let's see what we got. Sure enough, another pack of orange. Excellent. Who's it from? Does it say? He usually says. It's my birthday today, but I'm sending you a present. That is awesome. Does it give a name? Feng Yang? I believe that's you. You are awesome. Thank you so much. I will use it to horrible and wonderful effect somewhere against somebody.
Probably me.
Probably him. All right, we've got another one. More orange ammo. Sweet. To Captain Xavier. Hello from a member of the DeFranco Nation. Here is some ammo for your awesome minigun. Happy birthday. That is awesome. Thank you so much. More ammo. If you're wondering what this is all about, I'm sure you've seen my minigun. And that thing is going to go through ammo like nobody's business, because if you shot 10 rival rounds into an empty room, you'd only get 7 of them back. And so as much as I will try to collect all of my ammo, I'm going to lose it. And so I asked if anyone is looking for a way to support my channel, because a lot of people have asked me to create a Patreon, and I didn't want to do that. So instead of having a Patreon, I've asked people to send me rival ammo. And I recommend getting it from Out of Darts, because he's also a cool nerfer, and he sells Headshot in the colors I like, which is orange and green. So that's what that's all about. Lovely. You people are awesome. Okay, what else do we have? Let's take a look at this one. This one came to me from Hooligan Blaster Company, which again, I didn't order anything from them, so I'm curious. It appears to be a note written on paper towel. Hey Cap, we are big fans of you and your work. We hope you can get good use out of this riot cage and eye protection. Have fun. Nerf on. Bent Evans, HBC. Well, that's just neat. I wonder if they send all of their notes on napkins. Probably. There's probably a story there that I don't know about. We have 2 sets of eye protection. Regular clear, Hooligan Blaster Co. And a tinted bear for the sunny days. Yeah. Can never have enough eye protection. I am planning to hopefully run a youth Nerf war in the near future, and it will definitely be a good idea to have lots of loner eye protection. So this will go in my youth war kit. Thank you so much for that. And a cage. Come out. Aha! Sweet!
Wow.
Check that out.
Shiny.
Yeah.
Very light.
And their wheels. Which I do have a build that I'm planning to use that I needed wheels and a cage for, so that is awesome.
It's a lot lighter than the metal cage that I just put in my Strife.
Yeah. I assume it's for a Strife. I keep hearing that the Strife and the Rapid Strike use the same cage. Is that true?
Do.
Okay. Cool, because I'm planning to do a Rapid Strike build. So I may end up using this in my Rapid Strike. Thank you so much. I think I've ordered stuff from you once. I'm not sure. But I've heard about you. So yeah, that is awesome. That is gorgeous. And I will also use this to terrible effect and do terrible things. Probably to him.
Oh.
Very cool. Awesome. Thank you so much Hopefully you will approve of what I end up doing with it. Alright, now we have boxes.
I usually go to the smallest one and then work my way up to the biggest ones.
Which one's the smallest one?
This one.
Alright, I'm going to go for the long, skinny one. Comes to me from Michael Driscoll. Greetings, Captain Xavier. I've been following you since Walcom did a video on your loadout so long ago. I enjoy your crazy builds, which has fueled my own builds. Happy to see that Storytime has started up again, which is my favorite series you do. Awesome. Yes, there will be good stuff coming with that. Recently, I made a double rocker barrel attachment for my Strife using 2 XBZs and 1 pump for killing special zombies. Sweet! Oh, double rocket barrel attachment. Awesome. That has made it a rush. So it was janky, but it works magnificently. Now I'm working on version 2 with hopefully both a manual and electric pump. Good plan. Everything should have manual. And I'm having difficulties with finding and choosing small, compact pumps. Any good suggestions of pumps that you use or know about? Oddly enough, if you get like the really cheap emergency car tire filling pumps that you can just plug into your cigarette lighter, you can get them like $10 on eBay. Those actually have a decent pump in them, and they aren't too big, and they're very, very powerful, is a nice thing. You do need a fairly stout battery because they run on 12 volts, so you will need a LiPo battery to run them, but they will fill an XBZ in seconds, so they work very, very well. Contained within the package are a few goodies. First is a blaster for Canatech K26. Next is a 2x1 brick that I can almost guarantee you do not have. I would like to see you use it in either your castle or pirate setup. In fact, I challenge you to find a use for the block. And of course, some candy. Lastly, included 2 XBZs. I recently was about to stock up a fair number of them and have plans for them. I am hoping that these 2 will give you the means to start covering air blasters in Monday Mod Tips, as you are well adept with them, and I would like to see how you work them. Sincerely, from a fellow madman, Caruso. Oh! Nice! Ugh. Rockets! He sent the rockets, too. Woo! Handy. Alright. Well, one can never have too many XBZs. I remember when these were like $9 at Winco, and I was always like, I should grab one, but I need to pay for groceries. And passed them up week after week after week, and now it's like, no! What I wouldn't give for a $9 XBZ nowadays. But I'll take 2 for free, absolutely. Thank you so much. And you can never have enough rockets. These are the green ones. I think I only have the yellow ones because I usually only got the gray XBZs.
Yeah, those are the ones I have, so.
Alright, and this thing for Canatech K26, I believe this is, yep, Hamp only. I've seen this a couple of times and kept going, I should grab it for K26, but then I didn't. But that is actually, look at the size of that plunger tube. It's not a long draw, but that is a beefy plunger tube. I'm willing to bet if we put some more spring in that, this thing could be kind of terrifying. Not having a catch is not the greatest of designs, but with that much power, you could probably... I wonder. I have some ideas for that. Thank you. That will be a fun episode. And... well, it is Lego. It doesn't look like a Duplo. It doesn't feel like a Duplo. But it says Lego. What is this from? Anybody? Anybody? I mean, it says Lego. But it's not their usual plastic. I am so terribly curious now. I accept your challenge. Ooh, blue headshot ammo. Nice. I don't think I have any blue. Cool. And candy. Gummies. I love gummies. Oh. Werther's Original. I actually enjoy these as well. You?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Get in on that. I'm getting in on the gummies.
Okay.
Ah! Too many. Yum. Gummies. Alright. Another package. This one from James Barr. We have stuff. Look, a note. Captain Xavier. Dear Captain Xavier of literally all of Nerf. Dear Captain of literally all of Nerf. That's neat. I'm an 18-year-old that doesn't spell very well. See, like that. Yeah, I don't spell well either. Never have. And does Nerf mods whenever he is not working on horrible terrors of pre-calculus. See, now I loved pre-calculus, but then I'm a huge nerd. This package has been waiting around in my room and car long enough. I'm finally sending it to you. Yep, I gave up on that one. I'm sending these so they might be used in future episodes of Can It Take a K26. I already know the answer on some of them, but what's the fun in that? I agree. There are a few blasters I would like back, whether or not you are able to upgrade them. First is the white Star Wars Stormtrooper blaster. I know you probably want it, but nope. How would you stop me? It's here now. I'll send it back. You can have the blue one if you like. I'm perfectly fine with that. Next is the exact strike blaster. And the spring, I know, I'm terrible. Lastly, the hover tech and the N-Strike X-Bow thingy. Unless you really want the X-Bow thingy, you can have it. The rest you can keep if you want. If you don't, just send them back as well. Tell Walcom hi for me, and that I converted my Super Soaker Max D4000 to shoot Boomco using exploder barrels. Have him try a 2-foot length barrel with his. I got 322.6 FPS with half dart elites. No room left. Jimmy. Sweet. Best Nerf tube channels ever. Captain Xavier and Walcom S7. Alright, well. You said Star Wars and this guy perked up. So let's see what we've got in here.
Who likes Star Wars?
Oh.
Those.
Yeah. Still makes noise. And the blue version, which is different. Similar, but different.
These are the ones that I'm used to seeing.
Yeah.
This one I've never seen before.
That's probably why he wants it back. Cool, cool. What the cronk? Like, what the cronk?
It's like a
I
duck foot.
Yeah, but I think it only fires one at a time, but the barrels rotate up and down.
Huh.
I think. Hover tech. Have to do a whole episode of horrible pistols. What? I can get 2 fingers in the grip. Have to shoot it like that weird guy in I don't remember the name of that movie. There's a movie where the guy he holds his pistol like this. It's weird.
There's a lot of people in movies that don't know how to properly hold.
Well, he was a weird assassin, and then what? Nope. Yep. Well, alright then. Ooh! You never see these with the darts. The darts are always missing, but it's Nerf.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of them, but I don't think I had any of the darts for him. And another one of these knockoff things. Sweet. Oh, I don't think I've... Yeah, I haven't seen this one yet. Cool. I'll have to do a big episode involving lousy pistols at some point. I will get you back the things that you want back and keep the things that you don't. It will be epic. Awesome. Thank you. Alright, one last package, and then I can finally start helping my friend build the thing he came here to help build. To Chaylo, thank you for introducing me back into Nerf. I accidentally clicked on one of your videos, saw the intro, and was confused at first, but I fell in love with Nerf again. I thank you for bringing me back into the hobby stronger than ever. Threw in a Maverick cylinder just for your troubles. I know you probably already have too many, but just throwing in what I can. I appreciate everything I can get. Alright, so there's a bunch of stuff in here for a bunch of different people. Some of it you are supposed to see, some of it I don't think you're supposed to see. Aha! For Brett. Ooh, a yellow Maverick cylinder. I don't know that I have one of those. And, okay. All right, so actually this isn't particularly fan melee. This is for other things, a project that a bunch of us are working on together. So, I got some stuff here for Brett, some stuff for Walcom, some stuff for me. I got the Maverick cylinder. That's awesome. Right. Well, as always, you guys are awesome and you spoil me and it's wonderful and I love it. Thank you so much for the stuff. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the stuff to use in K26 episodes. I was starting to run low. I've got a couple more episodes worth of blasters lined up and then I may have to actually go buy some. I'm overdue for a Goodwill run. People keep asking me to do another Goodwill run. I'm like, I just got my shop clean. I've got no room. None of this is going in the video, by the way. Anyway, thank you so much for all of this, and thank you guys for watching.